Hello again, FlossTube. It's Cowgirl Kate here. So great to have you back. I've missed you all. This afternoon, after I get done with making the videos, I'm really looking forward to going to your guys' channels and seeing what you guys have been up to because, oh my god, last week was fair and I am so far behind on everything. There's probably a gazillion new videos up that I haven't even heard about because it was so crazy all of last week and no real time to do a whole lot of anything. So anyway, fair results. We had a very good year. The boys were very happy with how they did. My younger son showed his goats. That's a new venture that he's been into now. It's his second year of showing. Hopefully next year we'll get some babies and he can show those as well. This year he took his one of the nanny goats and a couple of the younger goats that we bought from someone else, and he did really well. He got Grand Reserve Champion with his nanny goat, and then he placed like 3rd and 4th or 4th and 5th. I think it was 4th and 5th for the goats with his younger ones that he placed in that class. And then for sheep, my older son showed his ram and he got Grand Champion for him, so he's very excited with that. And he also showed, him and my other son showed some lambs, and they did very well. They got 3rd and 4th in those classes as well. So all in all, fair was a big success. I mean, there's a lot of bigger deal producers there, so we're happy with how we did because these are just sheep that we're raising. So really, that's yeah. I mean, we're not anywhere near to competing. But somehow we managed. Oh, here comes Diesel. We're expecting a storm here shortly, so he's probably just coming to check things out, make sure everything's all hunky-dory, because everybody's kind of on edge because the storm hasn't hit yet. So anyway, moving on. Now that fair is over and I can finally focus on things that are kind of falling to the wayside while I was gone, I am very happy to be back, and yeah, looking forward to catching up with you guys. So I'm going to start out here with some Q&A. I went back through and I hope I found all the questions. If I didn't, you're just going to have to conk me on the head and say, hey, you forgot my question. So I'm hoping that I did not miss any. So without further ado, let's get started. Cheryl Bell asks, did I enter, or do I enter, any needlework in the fair? I've never entered any needlework in the fairs that we've had going on around here. The county fair that we're in doesn't even have an open show for like needlework, arts and crafts, anything like that. They have it for the 4-H kids and for the FFA kids, but as far as like open to the other people or to the public, they don't host one, so I've never entered anything there. Another fair that we show to encompasses 4 counties, and they do have an open show for arts and crafts, and I've taken some things up there in years past, but usually it's kind of been so crazy helping the kids get their stuff that I don't even monkey with trying to get my stuff going. So in years past, when the kids were smaller, I did take some things up, and that was a lot of fun, but it's been several years since I've entered any, and that was just paintings that I did. Miss Oh So Crafty, hi Stephanie, she asked, have I ever created a dark angel? And this is in reference to the video where I talk about the pocket watch Pixie and other future designs that I might have coming up. Yes, I have. I have not created it as a cross-stitch pattern yet, but on the bed behind me lays the Red Book. Now the Red Book is a collection of very early artworks that I have done as a child, early teenager, and it's a collection of things that I managed to save. There is a character in there. I invented her when I was about 14, and she is a dark angel. She's based on a raven. That's her name, and I can kind of give you an idea of what she looks like. I have a storyboard picture here, but this is what she looks like. Oh, there's a lot of glare. Let's see if I can get rid of that glare. This is her, and she's a femme fatale kind of character. Here's another one. Here she is with her lover boy. Oh, there's a glare. Such a glare. I should have taken him out of the sheet protector. In fact, I'm going to, because it's just not picking it up very well. My apologies, that's all full of glare. Dina, that would be half stitch, cross stitch. She has actually requested me on Facebook to showcase some of the pictures out of the Red Book, and I intend to do that in a future video, so we'll just kind of see whenabouts I can get around to doing that. But here is one, no glare, of Raven, and Tristan was, or is, I need to figure out there we go, and that is the name of the male character there. So that is my dark angel. There are other characters like her, but not like her, I want to say. But yeah, back when I was a kid, that was my coping mechanism. So the Red Book is the gist of what survived those years. So anyway, I'll try to feature some of that stuff in a separate video about it. So, but there is a dark angel, and yeah, I always thought that it would be cool to have a needlework of her, just because she's got a wealth of potential to have a lot of bling and stuff. So anyway, on to the next question. JocksGirl1 asks, how long did it take to paint the bead cabinet? And that would be the little cupboard that I have all my beadwork supplies in. It's in a video about bead storage. Yeah. Anyway, it took about 2 days. The paint that I had to cover the wood finish of the cabinet itself, it was just kind of a cheaper, kind of the Walmart brand of paint, so it took a lot of coats of the black to get a nice coverage on it, and that took a couple days. Once the black paint was done, the decoration aspect of it took about an afternoon. So it was a quick project once the headache of all the black paint was finished. She also asks, what does my husband say about my art? Well, that poor man lives in the thick of it. He's kind of in the eye of the storm. So really, he's a very patient soul. As you can see, it's kind of, the needlework is all over our bedroom just because the stand is so big, and I got stuff out everywhere almost daily. And down in the basement where his man cave is, I have to keep my easel because it's too huge to fit anywhere upstairs. So he's very supportive. He he's made the comment before that, you know, he doesn't understand why I'm here, because I should be somewhere like New York or somewhere, you know, painting and making a lot of money, but instead I'm out here farming. Well, that's where I want to be. So, you know, but he's very supportive. I'm very lucky that way. And usually that's what he wants for Christmas or his birthday, is some form of artwork, you know, that he can have. Because he likes being able to say, well, I want it to have this cow and let's do this in it, and can you do that? So make it so. So he likes it on that end, so I'm very lucky that way. Because it's kind of taken over. The poor man, like I said, he lives in the eye of the storm. She also asks, what are zills? Now that would be from a video that I did about repurposing furniture, and I showcased my music cabinet where I store my music instruments, and zills are finger cymbals. This is the company that I got mine from, and they actually came from like somewhere in the Middle East. There's no glare. Sadly, this company is no longer in business. They quit making them, which is kind of, you know, sad, because they were supposed to be, you know, the very best or whatever. But this is what they look like, and these are the Egyptian ones. And you can see they have Egyptian motifs, like the rushes or the lotus or whatever, and Nefertiti on them. These are the Egyptian ones. These are the Arabic ones. And you can see they have engravings on them as well, in a different style. And these are the Turkish ones. And they are more of a, almost like a bulbul underneath. And what you do is, I'm just going to slip them on real quick. It's kind of to actually show what they really are. But they're finger cymbals, and you use them in belly dancing. Not that I'm a belly dancer. I have too much belly to be a belly dancer, but I like it for a fitness routine, and just the way that it incorporates music into a fun way of fitness. And I love the costumes. I've made a couple of the costumes and worn them for Halloween, but I don't have those anymore. And there's kind of a thing, people have this kind of prejudice against belly dancers because they think they're strippers, and that's not the case. That's like the biggest faux pas of a belly dancer routine would be to have any part of your costume break or come apart, you know, during your routine. That is like the huge no-no. And you would not believe the amount of sewing and just all the extra steps that they put into these costumes, because they do not want them to break apart or anything to pop out while they're doing their routines, because that's a huge taboo no-no thing. So yeah, it's not like that. The last thing you want is for any part of your costume to come apart or come off. So anyway, what the zills are, you wear them like this. Oh, I gotta get my camera angle this way. One on your middle finger and one on your thumb, and you can make different sounds with them. These are the Egyptian ones. And there's just, you use them to accompany the music and the dance routine that you're in. And I just think they're fun, just, you know, to play with. It's kind of a elegant, graceful way of workout, rather than, you know, just sweating all over the place. You know, at least you get to wear a pretty outfit and play with music at the same time. So that is why I have zills. It's more for fun than anything else. And I like to incorporate music in a lot of things that I do. So that is what zills are. Mystery solved. Creative Madness Mama. She asks, where is the violin chart for Midsummer Night Fairy on my blog? I have not put it up there yet. Now that fair is over and summer should hopefully be a little quieter, I'm hoping to get to that in the next few weeks. So, and when I do, I'll make an announcement about it. Chris Arlington. Chris, great idea about changing the finish or the color on bling or added objects, charms that you want to put in. Her suggestion was to take a Krylon marker or a paint and just redo the charm and then seal it so that it would match a project. And shout outs to you, that is an awesome idea. I will definitely be filing that one away for future reference. So thank you. Good job. I Heart Cross Stitch. Andrea. Hello. She asks, did I take art classes or major in art at college? I took an art class when I was 10 years old. I have a lot of siblings that are, some of them are a lot older than I am because we come from a big family. And she took an adult painting class and she wanted me to tag along, just more or less because I was always in the way or whatever. So when I was 10 years old, I tagged along with her to this adult art class, and that's where I kind of got the basics for oil painting. As far as college goes, I did not ever go to college for art. When I was 14, I won a scholarship. It was those where you draw like a turtle head or a mouse head. It's like in the magazines, or I don't know if it still is, but back then it was like in all the magazine ads and stuff where you draw this turtle's head or this mouse's head and send it in. Well, I did that and I got 7th place, and I got in big trouble because this lady came out to the house and wanted my parents to then buy this art course. And my dad was all for it. My mom did not like the idea, but he kind of got his way because he said, well, she could do it as a homeschool thing, and what would be the harm? So I got to do that when I was 14. I did not like it because there was still no interaction with a teacher. It's one thing to do the work, mail it off, and then they send it back and say, well, you should have done this, this, and that, and it would look better. Nothing wrong with that. But if you had had somebody working with you through the process, your final thing would have been a lot better because they could have helped you figure it out before you, committed it down. But anyway, I did that course, and no, what I went to college for, I wanted to go for veterinary, and I did the vet assistant and decided veterinary was not going to work out for me because of all the debt that the veterinarians had that took years to pay it off, and I was on my own for doing this, and there was just no way. No, there was no way. I don't want to get into it too bad, but my mother believed that college was wasted on girls. That was her belief. And my father, being that he had quit school in 8th grade during the Great Depression, education was huge. It was a big deal to him. So they were always at odds on how we kids should, be educated. He was all for getting as much as you can, and she was like it was a waste of money. So we girls were not prepped or even really allowed to go to college. I was the last girl and the first one to do it, and that was just because I bucked it and fought to go and did it myself. So that's kind of how that was. But anyway, moving on. I guess where it comes from is just I just have to get all this stuff out, or it's gonna explode all over something and not be a very good thing. So I was always into it, always playing with it, always scribbling. So windy answer. I'm sorry, but that is kind of how it come about. Krisha Crafts. She asks, when making my own Q-snaps, what do I use for the clamps? Most places that sell Q-snaps will have the replacement clamps like sold separately, and so I just buy those, and then I just have all these extra clamps around that I can put on whatever frames that I want. And if I have a really super huge Q-snap frame, I'll use 2 per side just to keep everything nice and stretched. Palette PC. Thank you for the link to find charms for Midsummer Night Fairy. I appreciate that. It's quite a warm fuzzy that somebody else is out there looking out for stuff or whatever and happen to think of me at some point in their day. So thank you very much for that. I didn't discover your comment until I had already purchased some charms for Mitty, so I do have something, but again, just the idea that you bothered to do that and I happened to pop into your head that day, thank you. I know that is very awesome. Thank you. And Darling Bluebell, hello. She says I need to get on Instagram. I have figured out Instagram. I'm still figuring out how to play around on there. My Instagram channel, or whatever page, I don't know. But anyway, it's the same name as my YouTube channel, so I'm easy to find. And Sarah Leeson, now that I am on Instagram, I now have time to find you and see all those pictures of your Heaven and Earth geisha that you're working on. So I am really excited about doing that because I still need to kit mine, but oh, she's so pretty. I can't wait. So that wraps up my Q&A, and we'll move on now to the rest of my FlossTube update. This round, kind of the big deal is I have a finish. And not just a finish, I actually got it framed. I did it myself, but so it's not a professional thing by any means, but I actually got one finished and I actually got one framed, and it's Pocket Watch. Pocket Watch. She's finally all done, and I have her featured in another video that's all about her, so I'm not going to monkey around with messing up my camera and all that stuff to show it off, just because it's already got its own video, so that part's taken care of. But it was, what a ride. I can't wait to, there's a couple more that I have been playing around with. I don't have them kitted up or anything like that, but it's just been fun to kind of get them figured out, and I need to figure out how to stitch faster because even if for a model stitcher, I mean, my God, it takes forever, So I need to figure something out like that, and I also need to figure out a website so I can offer her. And like I said, now that fair's over, fair ended on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday I had to take my mother-in-law to a city for stuff that she wanted to do, so today's finally my first day where I can just breathe and think my own thoughts and do whatever toward that. So I need to get some research going on how to build a website because I am not techie savvy. I'll say that right now. I've said it all along. It doesn't change. So here's hoping that I can get that figured out and all that. Haul. Did I hear haul? haul. I don't have a whole lot to show for this, I guess, month or whatever, or this round. The haul that I did manage to achieve wasn't a whole big to-do either. It was just, I did find some charms for Midsummer Night Fairy, and they are these. And I picked them up at Hobby Lobby. And after I take the jump rings off, there's still a little ring at the top of each charm, and I might just stick a bead through there so it's just an extra sparkle, just to kind of disguise the jump ring if, you know, if it would look better that way. I haven't played around with it. But now that Pocket Watch is off the big frame, I can put Minnie back on there and see where that goes. And besides those, Pinky the Pink has released the next set of the Hannah, what's her last name? Hannah Alexander, I think, of the Muka Disney Princesses, the Disney Princesses in the Art Nouveau style. She's released the next 3. So that's pretty much the only haul I got besides the charms of Mitty. And this is Tiana. Whoop, I gotta figure out my angles here. There's the Tiana. I just love her. I think her dress is probably my favorite of this collection. And my printer cut off part of Sleeping Beauty's head, but this is the Sleeping Beauty. Another very pretty, I like her colors. And the Ariel. Now Ariel, I did get kitted while we were in the cities yesterday. So, I got her thread. I just need to dig through and see if I have any fabric that'll work out for her. So that's pretty much my haul. Not a whole lot, but enough to keep me happy for a while. And, you know, hey, that's why we have it, right? So, yeah, quite a thing. We've had such a go around with all this month with getting ready for fair and then fair, and then yesterday, of course, being crazy, and now today it's so weird. It really is. It is just so weird to not have, you know, the beheaded chicken schedule today. So I'm very grateful. And so in a few minutes I will be, or when I finish up this video, I will be getting back into YouTube and seeing what all is going on with all of you, because I've missed you guys and I've missed the interactions. I really need to get caught up on all the comments and everybody else's videos. I'm so far behind. There's probably a bazillion I don't even know about. Yeah. Hence why I don't have any shout outs this round, because I haven't had time to watch any or find any new people. So hopefully I get to change that today. As far as the rest of my day, it's raining out now, so the storm did come. So I won't be having a whole lot of horse adventures going on. This week we have, oh my goodness, we have violin lessons today, we have dentist appointments later in the week, we got farrier appointment Saturday. It's going to be another crazy week all around, and I am so grateful for today. I can finally get caught up on YouTube. I missed it. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Don't ever change, because you're awesome just the way you are. You know, you really are, and you should be recognized for it. So, for now, I'm going to wrap this up before it gets any longer, and I will see you all very shortly on your channels. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.